Welcome back to Azran Legacy. The story so far. Back in London, our heroes prepare to set out in search of the eggs that hold the key to unlocking the secret of the Azran.
More like the Azran away, am I
While
right?
Sycamore conducts further research into the eggs' locations, Layton and the others shop for provisions in London.
You know, it's kind of a shame they didn't bring back Rosetta Stone for this game. I can get why they didn't, but she's one of my favorite NPCs.
Also, to mention something that happened towards the end of the
Oh, hold on, I have to mention this too. Hint coin in the tea pot. Hint coin in the book.
In this economy?
Can I offer you an egg in this troubling time,
Also
sirs and madam?
Okay.
Indeed. Alright, let's check out this. Nope, there's nothing here.
I'm surprised he didn't hide a hidden coin in there. He has a problem.
There it is.
There you go.
Oh, there we go. It was in the right drawer.
Yes, of course. I always forget I leave a hidden coin in my cupboard.
Gah! Targent scoundrels! Burrowing in like woodworms, eating us out from the inside!
Really? It looks like you'd been doing most of the eating.
Come out and face justice, you cowards!
He does look a bit like Adventure 2 Eggman when he opens his mouth like that.
Hey, wasn't that Inspector Grosky?
Yes, that is correct,
Something
Emmy.
something tells me I'll be seeing the last of him pretty soon.
He actually will get
God,
promoted.
you don't mean he's going to die?
No, he'll just get promoted.
He looked as though he was in a hurry. He must be in the middle of an investigation.
Yes, no doubt. Though, I don't think he's able to catch anyone without your help, Professor.
Ouch.
To be fair, that actually has been the case in this prequel trilogy, actually, so...
He did get pushed off the boat by a child.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one did not help his problem.
The whole thing with Grosky is that he's very earnest and tries really hard, but unfortunately he lacks the brain part of, yeah.
He certainly has the muscle.
Oh no! He makes for that in muscle, and I'm still convinced that, and I'm still wondering how the hell he manages to retain that chest hair.
Looking for advice on that?
No, I'm just curious.
That's not entirely fair, Emmy. Sometimes he doesn't even know how to run without my help.
Come on, Professor, you know as well as I do that at least half of Grosky's arrests were made with your help.
Remember, we even saw that in the... To be fair...
Grosky has worked on so few cases.
No. Well, remember, Jova, it's implied in that flashback scene in Spectre that the professor helps Scotland Yard very regularly. So this actually does track. This actually does track.
Was Grosky the one who suspected Emmy back
Yes.
when Layton helped
Yes,
her out of that?
and it was Layton who helped solve that case. So yeah, this actually does track with what we've seen before, actually.
What I find funny is that Emmy was still wearing that yellow suit even back then.
It's a typical character designer motif. They always like to have a character have a specific color as his or her motif.
Why don't we say hello before we head into town?
But I just spoke with him.
Hey, sure. You remember how Naoko usually gives each individual girl a typical color that is usually associated with them, like Makoto has green, for example.
Yeah.
It's a common thing, Jova, that the character designers do.
Oh, no. What I mean is, Emmy was literally wearing that same outfit back when she first met Layton.
Good idea, even though I just spoke with him.
I'm sure you'll be familiar.
Technically, it's more like he charged out.
Oh, look at that! Speaking of NPCs, here's one of my personal favorite Layton NPCs. Oh, Herschel Layton, how are your preparations going?
Hey, look at that!
Being extra rude this adventure.
Well,
this was back when he had a toupee.
Hair. Yes.
I'm assuming that's a toupee because it does not match
Dean Dalmona from Grayson Heller University.
Hello, Dean Dalmona. Very well, thank you. As a matter of fact, we're just going into town to buy supplies. How's your preparation going to remove the traffic cone from inside your head?
Damn. Oh, just how long do you expect to be away digging up pottery? Now, I know it's more exciting than that. Enjoy yourself.
You're lucky he likes you. That's why he lets you go off the job as much to go adventuring.
Even in the Layton era, he's still Dean.
We will, thank you. It's probably the only deal they could get.
Now then, before you go, you won't object to helping me with this small puzzle, will you, my boy? Oh, let me guess. Your granddaughter gave you a puzzle and you don't want to look bad in front of her. Exactly. I've mentioned my granddaughter, haven't I? Yes, you have. A darling little girl. A darling little girl she is, but she gives me the most devilish puzzles to solve.
Plot twist, his granddaughter actually is his grandfather.
Ah, is that a problem?
It is when I can't solve them, which is the case now. What will the girl think of her old granddad?
I see. Well, shall I have a look at it for you?
Thank you, Herschel.
Just hope for shit that the Azran that stuff hasn't been discovered by the time I'm finished.
Oh, come on, Tarzan.
Puzzle 23, chock full. It's treat time. These 5 people all want a specific combination of chocolates in a specific order. Your task is to find a set of chocolates that matches the boxes in front of every person. Each set must be made up of 3 adjacent chocolates that must be sorted in the order shown in the boxes, from left to right. Can you divide this box of chocolates in a way that will make everyone happy? Yeah, basically.
No.
No?
No one. Wait, make everyone happy? That's an impossibility, especially with chocolates.
Yeah, slide from square to adjacent square to create a set. Any set you make will be highlighted. To ungroup a set, simply touch it with the stylus. So yeah, basically you have... Yes, there's...
The best we can do is not give them any flavors they're allergic to, but other than that, they'll never be happy.
Yeah. The basic idea is to pick the correct group of chocolates. As you'll notice that you can't pick, like now that I've selected those 3, now they're not. So you have to find each individual 3 groups between the various. There you go, like so. And you have to also select them in the right order. This is a very simple puzzle, all things considered. Just take a good look at the boxes of the jar. Pretty much give you the answer. So it's just a matter of making sure you don't get yourself stuck by selecting. The only thing that you have to take care of is in selecting them in the proper way, like so.
This was quite the conundrum.
Was it really?
Ms. Dindormona, I get the feeling. I get the feeling you're better off telling your granddaughter the truth because, yeah, chocktacular. All 5 of them are delighted with their treats.
On the outside.
Yeah, no, not roller course. So that's what it was. Splendid work, Herschel. Thank you.
I always had canon that he doesn't always need help with puzzles. Like, normally he can solve the puzzles, but occasionally there's just a puzzle so tough that he turns to Layton for help.
My granddaughter will be delighted, I assure you. Well, best luck in your travels.
That's my take anyway.
Sure.
Right, let's take the bus to the high street, shall we?
Oh, can we take the night bus?
Go ahead, Sherry.
For this day.
What is a bus?
No. You know, Professor, the night bus.
Yes,
The cat.
I want that to operate at night.
The cat bus?
Yes, of course. You've never taken the bus, have you? Buses are big and red, they never arrive on time, and they're pretty...
God, her first experience on buses is into London.
Sure, you're talking about how it's bad to get around in London? Check this out, go ahead.
You can either select the bus symbol on the touchscreen or investigate the bus stop with your magnifying glass. Either way, it will take a while to arrive.
That's good. Go ahead.
Then, with a simple touch, you select your destination. Again, there'll be a bit of a delay. And that's it.
Go ahead, Sherry.
So, I just choose where I want to go?
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Layton's London has figured out automatic buzz systems.
On a London bus, you're better off walking. You'll be faster than the
You're better off taking the underground.
That's right. Now let's take the bus.
That's the thing, Shiroi. No, Shiroi. Well, Shiroi, allow me to demonstrate. All you have to do is, like Layton said... Oh, and by the way,
hold on. What are those two in the background there, speaking about?
You can actually touch... like, I've tried. Like, you can actually talk to those. They're there for the sake of, I guess, detail background. Also, hint coin in the bushes.
I lifted up all that bus there to get one hint coin.
There you go. You just click on the bus icon. There you go. Now you click on Kensington. Right, so, like so. And now we just travel to it. See? Layton's London, she has found out a better way, clearly. Oh, I like this cutscene. Check this out.
No, don't do that.
I love this track, by the way.
Hold on there, Mary. You left your loaves behind again, look.
Huh.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a fucking lie.
No, look, that's not how you say it. You say, welcome to London! That's how you say it. And before you ask, no, London Malawa's version of that line is definitely much better than the one in Curious Village HD. So there's that. Go on.
So many people. I hate it already. Great.
Oh god, she wants to end them all.
It's okay, Aurora. It's okay, Shira. Aurora doesn't mind people too much.
So, what do you think? This is Kensington High Street. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. And if you can't make it here, welcome to the club.
This whole part is gonna be me, at least me and Shiwai roasting London.
This here is a fancy clothes shop. There's the chemist.
Yeah, Luke,
Should be
yes.
some nice cafes down that way.
Yes, Luke. London is Kensington is such a nice place, and the first places that you can think of are a chemist, which you can find anywhere, and a bloody clothes shop.
I see. You have many establishments.
He only listed like 3.
Yeah,
I'm from an
you can
ancient civilization.
get pretty much anything around here.
So we haven't advanced much, clearly, have we?
I don't think you can get Disney World here, there. In fact, in that shop there, you can...
No, Luke, don't mention that. That's the sex shop.
What?
It's okay, Aurora. Don't pay mind to Dick Layton. Go ahead, Luke.
What's the matter? Has something caught your eye? Oh, what's Mum doing here?
I live
Hey,
here.
Aurora, my mum's
Naturally,
in
she
there.
doesn't.
Come on, let's go and say hello.
Oh no, Luke's mom's in the sex shop.
Yes.
I feel something calling to me.
Yes, it's your people wanting you to escape from this place.
Aurora! This
The
is
sweet
your
release of
forefather
death.
speaking. Do not seek the sweet release of death just yet.
You'll see. That's foreshadowing for later. For now, let's talk to Mom. All right, Shira, you're up.
Talk to anyone who stands out.
Alright.
Mom! Hey, Mom! It's good to see you okay and not kidnapped by Descalay.
Luke? What are you doing here? I thought you were off on a trip with Professor Layton. Oh, hello, Herschel.
Remember, Professor, she got kidnapped by Descalay in Last Spectre.
Yep,
She got better.
she got better.
Yes, nice to meet you too.
A little awkward silence. Go on, go on.
I'm surprised to see you again so soon. Do you have lectures to give today?
No, honey, we already took care of
I already told Luke not to shit in my toilet earlier, so that was one lecture.
Well, where else is he supposed to shit?
His
He
own
sometimes
toilet.
lets me do it in the corner, Mom.
In a litter box?
In fact, one of my colleagues has agreed to take over my classes for a while. I'm on sabbatical again, for research purposes. Again.
Oh, really? Does that mean you found something exciting? I imagine Luke
Anything
will
other
want to
than that,
tag along
please.
again.
I was in a dogfight, Mom. I got to shoot guns at the bad guys.
Herschel, a word.
It was a fanfare.
Go on.
Layton actually complimented me when I shot a few
Of
down.
course. It's no trouble, Brenda.
Herschel, a word.
Actually, he is a great help.
So what are you doing here, Mom? Aside from me being a very convenient time for me to rat out Layton.
Well, I was going to
Gressenhella.
Library to do some reading for a paper on plate tectonics.
You found a useful book in that shithole.
Science.
She's a very cultured woman.
Well,
She's
then
an
why she go
average
Gresson?
fighter.
Well, if she's
What
so
a
cultured,
brilliant
why she go to?
scientist.
Well, if she's so cultured, why she go to Gressenhella Library? You can barely find anything there.
Listen.
Sure, you like this. You like this.
libraries
Go on,
are
sure,
a
read this.
rarity
You like
nowadays.
this. You like this. Go on.
And I've been standing here for ages, and the bus still hasn't come.
There you go.
It'd be quicker to wait for the ground to shift at this rate.
There you go. See?
See?
Luke, let's not tell her about my hack. It'll be so funny.
In fact, I've been waiting so long, I've even had time to make up a puzzle.
Yes, the puzzle. Why are you going to Crescent-Hiller? The library's shit, literally. The students use the books as the toilet.
You.
Well, yeah, why do you think the toilets are so clean? No one's gone in them.
You're gonna pull a public library out of your ass?
Wait, hold on. Is my mom about to share a puzzle with Layton?
Alright, 4 friends are going to the theater and plan to meet at the bus stop outside. Well, A says, for the shortest journey there's just one option and has 2 changes. B says, fantastic, I can get a direct bus. C says, so I change at the second stop I come to, then I get off 2 stops after that. D says, it looks as though I have 2 possibilities, and they both have the same number of stops. Which do I choose? Based on these statements, can you work out which bus stop they'll be meeting at?
Well, I know B is a lie. Direct buses.
Well, actually, fun fact, over here in America, we've actually gotten buses on demand where you can actually schedule a bus privately to come and take you to a certain location, as long as it's within like the parameters of how far that bus can go.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's essentially Uber, but with our public bus system, and the buses actually arrive on time.
Look at all those taxis driving by her. She could have gotten on one of those.
I can imagine
London taxis will cost you an arm, but
I can imagine if Dwebs and Sherry were consulting for a Layton game, Hino would be trying to do something in London like he's doing here. Dwebs and Sherry was actually it's nowhere. Actually, it's not that charming. It's not that easy. And it's not that fun. And Hino will be like, but that wouldn't really make the place fun to explore, though.
It'd be more, that ideal landing you'd be describing. It'd be more realistic if you set it on Mars.
And Hino be like, it's Professor Layton. I'm not going for realism.
Wouldn't that make it like Red Planet then?
yeah. Sorry, your vision of London is too unrealistic even by my standards.
Well, okay, Dwebs. In that case.
Listen, Hino.
Well, okay, in that case, Dwebs, I have to ask you then, since we recently did the crossover. What is less believable? The whole thing about the convoluted stuff we see in the climax of the crossover, or the way London is portrayed? Which of the two is less believable?
London.
Well, there you go. I rest my
There you go. The Brits have spoken.
Listen, Hino. Like, I know fiction is supposed to be an escape from reality, but there's only so much our imaginations can stretch.
Busted it. Nice work. It seems like everyone managed to find each other. But what show are they going to dress like that?
Besides, everyone knows that Britain is...
Yeah, this is a good example of this is actually most of them right now in one shot. Like basically, you see them occasionally meeting and doing things. Basically, all right. Mutual meeting place is now in the mix, and we got Brenda's request for the dress-up minigame.
Now that we've wrecked Hino's self-esteem.
Easy for you as always, Herschel.
Does this count as cheating if she had him solve a puzzle instead of Dad? Layton, are you screwing my mom?
Well, remember, she's an actress, Luke. She's not really your mom, you know this.
Oh my god, you are!
Oh, go ahead, Sherry.
Right then, I should let you get on. Luke, I want you on your best behavior, alright?
Certainly.
And don't tell your father.
Get on, you certainly. Luke, I'm single. I have the right. And besides, she's willing, so...
Don't worry.
But you were holding out for that girl who went from your life, and now my mom is
dead.
Don't worry, guys. As you're going to see later for Brenda's dress-up request, Brenda and Clark are still very much as much in love as they've always been.
But consider this, Luke. Your mum.
Yeah, literally your mom.
Well, maybe his mom's into polygamy.
Sure.
No reckless rushing around. I'm sure the professor will be keeping an eye on you, but still.
Alright, let's go search another dangerous temple with life-threatening puzzles, shall we, Professor?
I have two
come on,
rules.
Mom. I've been on tons of trips with the Professor, and I'm always good.
I have 2 rules for my polygamy. 1, consent. 2, that's it.
Base.
Well, that's the main thing. Did you just
Yes.
say angst?
No, I said that's it.
Oh no, I was talking to Joe.
No, I said based.
Go ahead.
Ah,
Her name is Aurora. We met her in Frauenberg. Aurora, this is my... Huh? Professor, where's Aurora gone?
Wait, I thought you were keeping an eye on her.
No, I was talking to Mom in the first place.
Oh dear, she seems to have wandered off when we were chatting. So shit, if I can't keep track of Aurora, but his mom's not gonna trust me with
Go ahead, Sherry.
is Aurora a fair-haired girl with rather severe, pink dress by any chance?
You want to talk about severe clothing?
What does fair hair mean?
Severe pink dress. What does that mean? Is for something to be severely
Does that
pink?
say severe?
It says severe, yes.
Suggesting that-
Well, how?
I'm guessing she's suggesting that Aurora doesn't have a good fashion sense.
Hey, Jova, you're a big fan of the color red. Can something be severely red? Whatever the hell that means.
I guess. Like blood.
She walked off towards the museum a few minutes ago. I didn't realize she was with you.
Okay, we have a destination then.
She's not mine.
She went to the British Museum. Okay, that sounds good.
Kid is not my girl.
Wow,
she's
Layton
like,
really is a mommy's boy.
Aww.
I love my mum.
Yeah, he does actually.
Like every good man should.
I mean, my mum loves the money I give her for my acting roles. I mean, my mum loves me too.
Oh no, to the museum? She might actually learn something there.
Well, the London Museum, good luck with that.
Oh!
Well,
Is it her first time in London? You'd better go after her quick.
Wait.
To be fair, there are some museums in London that are of good educational
yeah,
value.
the one that shows up in the Layton franchise is the British Museum specifically.
And
Yeah,
of
those are,
course,
Those are all right.
Yes, you're right.
and of course, the British Museum would have Azran artifacts.
Mm-hmm.
Did they steal
Damn,
those
you're
too?
getting,
Yeah,
intense.
yeah.
Well, Shira, look at the bright side. You're always talking about how you want nice and happy things in your stories. Well, there you go. Here's a nice, happy version of London. There you go.
Yes!
Oh, where they
come
still
on,
have the
Professor.
active crime scene.
Well, yeah. Well, Shira, we need to have some kind of conflict, you know?
Yes, let's. Please excuse us, Brenda. It was lovely to see you.
Oh, I'm
See a
referring to
quick
the
one
British
later.
Museum's existence in this.
Oh, that. Right. Shira?
Oh, and there's the bus. That worked out quite nicely in the end. Off you go then. I hope you find your friend soon.
Shira, you're the one who...
Bye.
You're the one who always keep telling Hino, have a nice family / story / whatever. There you go, Shira. This entire chapter is nothing but happy London.
Yeah, except Layton is with Luke's mum.
Yeah, but they're just
Mama,
friends.
if
Don't
you
let's not confuse Hino's actual story. Yeah.
Herschel Layton and Brenda Triton are friends.
Yes.
Now, Dick Layton and her actress's
Yeah.
name.
Let's not mix Hino's actual writing with Dick Layton's terrible rewrites. So
If you would sing
It's
someone
not
on
her
the side,
rewrite.
you would.
We're actors. I'm playing the role of Herschel Layton.
Mom, if you were seeing someone on the side, you'd let me know, right?
My name's
the
Richard.
like Dibs have joked various times with me when we're doing something I'm pretty. If Hino saw what Dibs likes to do with Herschel, he would be horrified.
Luke, your father and I made arrangements.
Or, hear me out, he'd say that this is gold for a parody spin-off.
Well, I guess they did a Layton parody in Yokai Watch, and the professor is kind of like much worse there. So I guess
If
technically.
he knows, basically, if he knows a good sport about a bridge series, he probably wouldn't mind.
I was
Sure.
gonna say, we're just doing Layton abridged at this point.
They're nimble
yeah.
lots, splendid. I didn't expect stealth work to offer so much as a leisurely job.
Hello, Inspector Gruski.
Why does the music sound so epic for this London?
Oh yeah, I'll explain in a moment. Oh, it's Layton. When did you get back to London then? Yeah, I forgot to explain that last time, so I'll explain in a moment.
Just now, and here's some less realism, and no jet lag. Just a couple of days ago. Ah, you look restless, Inspector. Is there something I can help with?
Well,
I
as a
guess
matter
it
of
helps
fact.
I guess it helps that they've had...
Oh, never mind. It's nothing you need concern yourself, Layton. Now then, for the yard!
I'm guessing the idea is like, well, they haven't had time for jet lag to set in.
Well,
You
remember,
suppose he's investigating some secret police case?
it also does track that you can reasonably assume that they spent just a couple days resting before this part. So
Presumably. I wonder what kind of case could be so confidential. Like, I gotta look. The case of, if my body looks like this, why won't my wife do one with me?
Professor.
Maybe we can ask him again next time. Hey, Professor, look! There! By the museum!
And there she is.
Great way to change the subject, Luke.
It's just can bulldoze the door.
I kinda needed to.
Pigeons.
Yes, pigeons. Let's see what
Oh,
else.
a
Pigeons.
young couple over there.
Yeah.
They sit on my hat.
The couple crapped on your hat? Why would
Yeah,
those
basically-
lovebirds do that?
Anyway, to
No,
explain.
birds do that all the time to me.
Anyway,
I was
basically.
talking about those two kids over there. You made it sound like they're the ones who pooped on your hat. In an
Indeed.
open briefcase.
Who the hell decided that it was good luck for a bird to poop on you?
Wait, that's considered.
Yeah, it's it's
Who the
weird
heck
and
decided
stupid.
that?
Go ahead, Shiri. Go ahead, do this.
There you are, Aurora. We've been looking all over for you. You're making me look like a shit adult.
You aren't?
You are a shit adult.
What did you say?
I'm older than you.
Oh, she's
You're
learning.
not. I'm older than you.
Actually, she's older than you by at least 1,000,000 years, probably.
Professor Layton.
Yes, that's me. Unless you see any other Laytons around.
Well, you seem to be alright. You shouldn't run like that, you know, without telling anyone.
Oh, by the way, I don't think you've been introduced. This is Emmy Altava. She's another one of my members of polygamy.
You.
You know that whole bit about consent? I didn't ask for this.
I did ask you.
As for this.
I don't recall you doing that.
Hey, I said you remember. I never said I actually did anything.
Go ahead, Shiri.
Is this... Oh, I'm sorry.
Again,
Is this
consent's my
about
only
time?
rule.
It's always a bad time.
It's all yeah.
with these two.
It's always a bad time with these two, or just pay no mind.
If you want to go somewhere, just tell us, and we'll come with you.
What are you, her parents?
Well, they kind of
Well,
feel.
now we are.
Well, remember
Yes.
they asked her to come help them in their journey, so they do feel responsible
I-
for her. So.
Mr. Hexion, I'll go ahead and call her parent. Oh, wait, I can't.
Yeah, have fun signing those legal adoption papers.
I
Considering
understand.
that
What is this place?
Well,
Also, my
Jova.
parents are long dead.
Well, Jova, let's look at it this way. She will probably still be. They will probably still do a better job than Naomi Watts in Book of Harry. So.
It's a museum. Would you like to go inside?
But Pedro, she realized at the last minute that it was wrong, so clearly she's still a good mom.
Yeah. Well,
Something about it feels familiar.
Yes, let's go inside and look at all the relics that we procured.
Indeed.
Never change, Britain. Actually, please do change.
Yeah, please
sake-
actually change, to be
For the
honest.
sake of
we-
the currency, among many other things, and the well-being of the people.
Go ahead, Shuri.
Oh, do you think they might have Azran artifacts inside?
Of course we do.
Yes, of course they do.
Emmy, you live here. What do you think
You know,
the
I'm
answer to that question is going to be?
Now, is any of this stuff cursed?
Very likely. The museum is home to all sorts of ancient objects. It's almost certain that some are of Azran origin. I can name the number of items that we actually fairly bought on one hand.
Just
I suggest
be
we go
careful.
inside
With,
and find out.
just be careful with Ramsey's stuff.
Yes.
Shep Ramsey?
No, Ramsey's.
Hey, there's a policeman guarding the doors. What's going on?
I mean, he's got nothing better to do, so...
Nothing to see here. Moving on now.
All right, since you're taking the initiative, Jova, sure, you be the policeman.
In the next part.
In the next part, though.
Yes, we're going to be standing here pondering. That is a good question, actually. Let's stand here pondering that for the next while until we get to the
All
next
right,
part.
before we go, let me
Also,
just...
who's snoozing instead of that statue?
I do not know.
So Layton is dating a lot of the cast. Great.
Okay. But quickly before we go, let me explain, as I never got around to explain the song that's playing in London during this game. Okay, so back in Lost Future, we actually had two London themes. One of the London 2 and London 3. The first London track was premiered in Diabolical Box. London 3 is actually my favorite of the London themes they've got, and I guess Nobuo Nishiro agrees with me, because when they released the official soundtrack CD for Lost Future, one of the free bonus tracks that were performed by the Layton Grand Caravan Orchestra was London Free, and that orchestral version is the one that they put here in this game. And yeah, I absolutely adore this rendition of London Free. It sounds absolutely gorgeous. Again, this soundtrack is absolutely a 10 out of 10. Like, it's just so good. Anyway, alright, tune in for the next part, everybody, where we start properly going around the London shops and getting our provisions.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya.